Hey guys, and welcome to the MyFundedFutures review, where we're going to talk about all the details and all the rules of MyFundedFutures. If you have been trading prop firms for a while and you might have traded Forex prop firms before, MyFundedFutures is a sister company of MyFundedFX. MyFundedFX is very similar to funding pips. You get these accounts, they are regularly two-step challenges. You have a 8% profit target. And the main difference here is that your drawdown is static. You have a static 8% or 10% drawdown depending on the company. And MyFundedFX recently started a futures company now. It's a US-based company. That's really important. And now they are also joining the futures competition, competing with Apex, TopStep, Take Profit Trader, and all the other future funding firms. But what's their deal? And why might they be better than all the other ones? We're going to talk about it in this video. Let's get started right away with the 50K evaluation comparison table. If you watched all my other prop firm reviews, especially futures prop firm reviews, you might know this table already. We talked about TopStep, Apex, and Take Profit Trader a couple of times. And now we have a new contestant, which would be MyFundedFutures. So if we get started, we see that with MFFU, we don't have a daily loss limit. We have a 6% target and 4% max drawdown. That ends up being a 1.5 ratio, so very similar to all of the other ones. But really the main difference is that we only need 1 day to pass the challenge. We have 4% end of day trailing drawdown. Only Apex has the live intraday unrealized P&L drawdown. We also don't have a consistency rule with MFFU. And actually the challenge, disregarding any discounts or promotions, comparing all of the regular prices, actually turns out to be the cheapest one, also considering the activation fee that you have to pay once you pass your challenge. In terms of how many contracts you can use, the starter plan with MyFundedFutures, you can use 2 minis or 20 micros. There's a scaling rule. We're going to talk more about that in the next part. So let's take a look at the MyFundedFutures scaling plan. If you decide to sign up for a starter account, if your profit is below $1,500, you can use 2 minis or 20 micros. And as you progress and make more profit, you can use up to 5 minis and 50 micros. Simply take a screenshot or check out the MFFU FAQ section, type in scaling plan, and you learn all about it. So now let's take a look at the different account options that MyFundedFutures has to offer. If you are a beginner trader and you never passed a futures funding firm challenge with TopStep, Apex, Take Profit Trader, then I really recommend you guys to get started with the starter plan. They currently offer a 20% discount, so you only end up paying $80 per month, and you can also forget about the activation fee for this entire month. If you want to support the work I'm doing, feel free to use the discount code in capital letters AZ at checkout, or simply use my referral link in the video description box below at no extra cost to you. But if we compare both accounts, you can see that the profit target between the starter and expert account is different. We have a $1,000 increase profit target, and the drawdown stays the same. So that's the main difference here really. Profit target is increased for the expert account. The drawdown on both accounts is end of day. For the expert, they don't need a scaling rule. For the beginner, yes, a scaling rule makes sense and is necessary. The reset fee is $100. For the expert account, it's $165. Basically your monthly fee, and the activation fee for all the expert traders out there actually gets waived. But the main difference between starter and expert evaluation is actually once you progress to your funded account. I learned about this by going into the FAQ section of their MyFundedFutures website. And right here it says that you can get your payouts every 14 calendar days with no cap after 60 days. So there's a limitation of how much you can get paid out on the starter evaluation until after 60 days. Then you can request payouts with no cap. There is no consistency rule during the challenge, but once you're funded, after you pass the starter evaluation, there actually is a 50% consistency rule, but you still don't need any minimum trading days. For example, with Apex order funding, between 14-day payouts, you need at least 10 minimum trading days, and you have to follow a 30% consistency rule. So it's already much better than Apex in terms of getting payouts. For all the expert evaluations, once you're funded, you do not have to worry about capped payouts or a consistency rule. All you have to worry about is your end of day trading drawdown that locks in at the initial balance. So once you made $2,000 in profit on your 50K account, which is your trailing drawdown, it locks in at 50K. And everything above the $52,100 threshold can easily be paid out without any consistency rule every 14 calendar days. And while you're building that safety pillow, you can actually request up to 60% of your profits with a minimum withdrawal of $1,000. So let's say you're sitting at $1,500 in profit and you want to pay out $1,000 of this. You can do that one time and get those $1,000 paid out, and you're gonna remain there with $1,000 in margin or of your end of day trailing drawdown for your ongoing trading activities. To wrap it up, which account is best for you? If you're a beginner that never passed a funded account challenge before, make sure to try it out first with the starter plan. If you already funded with Take Profit Trader, TopStep or Apex and you know what you're doing, then I'd really recommend going for the expert challenge, because you don't have to, once you're funded, follow a consistency rule. There's no scaling rule and no maximum payout cap. You can trade the MyFundedFutures challenges with TradeOvate, TradingView, NinjaTrader, Rhythmic Trader Pro, Quant and Sierra Chart. To wrap up this video, in the end of the day, it's really up to you if you want to sign up with MyFundedFutures. If you are already funded with another futures funding firm, it's always a good idea to diversify your funded capital, in my opinion, and MyFundedFutures is a good option for that. If you want to support the work I'm doing, you can use the discount code AZ for all the expert challenges to save an additional 5%. Keep in mind, on those challenges you don't have to pay an activation fee, and they're only really for experts that shouldn't have too many difficulties to pass a challenge on the first or second try. For all the beginners, you can use the discount code AZ to save an additional 20% by using the discount code AZ or using my referral link in the description box below at no extra cost to you. I really appreciate the support, and you also save the activation fee. So this is a pretty good deal. It lasts the entire month of February. If you are just starting out, make sure to use that.